I went live as you guys give your O
He
faces.
did it.
Apparently, yeah.
Did what?
That's
O face?
the gross O face he just did.
Gay.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. So, Hi guys. Hello.
Dude, that was
Hello.
traumatic. I just saw it on the iPad. That was choice. You're
Okay.
welcome, audience.
You gotta tone it
Trap
down,
Sword,
Cal.
are you here yet?
Wait,
Nope.
is this working?
I'm
Yet?
gonna come.
Yeah, that's working. Okay. All right, guys. Hi, welcome, CW Gordon.
up,
Or hi,
Gordon?
yeah.
What
Different
up, CW
vibe
Gordon?
today. Different vibe today for the show.
Different vibe. Just feeling, guys, feeling a little gay.
A little. I was gonna say froggy, but I guess the frogs have turned gay. So
Yeah. Water's
Yeah.
turned the frogs gay. You ain't heard?
it's true. I only drink pure Dasani bottled water.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know.
They put the extra chemicals in that to make them extra
Oh.
gay.
Is that
Don't you
why
know about the-
Is that why I keep rolling up all of my clothing sleeves?
Dasani. Oh no! Dasani is made by Coke, and don't you know Coke? Their mascot is those gay ass polar bears.
Wait, the polar
Mom and
bears are
Dad?
gay?
Gay all the way to town.
What town? Portland?
Seattle, yeah.
I was gonna say like Rhode Island. Wait, no. There's shit. What's the town? What's the city in Rhode Island? There's one. It's
Madison.
escaping me. There's like a
that?
notoriously like gay friendly
Portland.
town. In Rhode Is it Portland, Rhode Island?
Oh, I think it's Michigan.
No,
Maine.
there's one. There's one. Whatever. Hi
There's a
guys.
Port-
If you're
yeah,
from Rhode
there's-
Island, say hi. Chances of that being slim.
if you have no context for what we're doing, that's fine.
Thank you for the follow, RC Nieves.
Hey.
Welcome to the Comics Pals. This is our Wednesday, our Thursday show, where we talk about this week's books and new releases in the world of comic books. We're down a man, Mr. Sean Bartley.
Or is it man down? Am I right?
Oh, yo. I mean, we're talking about men being down bad or something.
You're saying pals pulls? Am I right?
He's more like he's pulling pals. So, hey,
Still
Sil.
what up?
So yeah, Sean's gone because he can apparently only see Marvel movies on Thursdays
Exclusively.
exclusively. And you know what he does? Can you believe this? He makes sure he can see it before either of us or Marco and I. Kale's got the benefit of a time difference, and he
Yeah, he
spoils
thinks he
the
can beat
movies
me,
for
but-
us. He just spoils
Yeah.
the movies for us. every
Close it
time.
up in chat.
Yeah.
In our
Yeah,
chat, where we can't block him. He's the admin.
Yeah, it's infuriating. He'll sometimes like when the Batman came out, Sean messaged us. He's like, "Yo, I saw it first. You guys suck, nanny poo poo." And he said, "Yo, Catwoman and Batman, they be fucking." And you know what? I watched that movie. He lied. So not only does he spoil things, he'll throw in lies with the spoils.
Yeah.
Too.
The thing for me was at the end of what is it? Thor Ragnarok.
Sure.
He said Ant-Man does the thing up Thanos' butthole. And I said, in Thor Ragnarok?
I didn't even know.
Absolute lie.
Yeah. Turns out we had to just wait for the Disney cruise ship to come out for that to happen.
Yeah.
So Sean was just above, ahead of the curve.
He's ahead of
there.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what it was,
welcome,
ahead of
guys.
the ball.
Welcome. We got some books to talk about this week.
You wouldn't know
we
it
got-
to hear us.
Yeah, we got a Patreon that I've meant to plug as I look through my slides. Hi guys, join our Patreon. We got stuff on there. It's a good way to support us. That money goes towards our overheads, for paying the hamsters a living wage that gets my computer running to keep the gears grinding. It pays for the oil that keeps Kale's laptop running. He's got to oil that boy up constantly.
Oh,
Gotta make sure it's
Yeah.
lubricated.
yeah.
Yeah. Or petrol, as they say there, right? Am I
Well, it's
saying
diesel.
that?
I run on diesel.
Oh, you got Kevin Nash over there. Got
Like
it.
an American.
This computer has produced like 96% of the world's pollution.
Oh wow.
It's a 2011, so you know it's done some work.
Oh yeah, that thing is whirring up real loud. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's we pay for the diesel. It also pays for my diesel jeans that I wear on stream that you don't see, because the camera's just not there. Yeah. I got to keep a nice bottle of whiskey and some diesel jeans. That's how I go through my Thursdays, all my streams. But yeah, on the Patreon, you can see things such as our newsletter, where I did a little something different this time. Actually, not different. It's what I meant to do originally, but then I had to move, and it was a whole fucking kerfuffle. But I made a cocktail, and I put the recipe on there. And this was a cocktail I made from scratch out of racking my brain. Yeah, it's a God Bomb cocktail. If you ever wanted to drink actual charcoal, subscribe to the Patreon.
Hey, it's good for you, right? And considering the fact that you are ingesting alcohol as well as charcoal, does that have like a counteractive effect there? Like, do they balance each other out?
With the amount of alcohol that is in my recipe, no.
See, okay.
Especially
And
since
also
I use
given
some
that
heavy stuff in it. Yeah.
The charcoal is charcoal. It's not good for you.
It's also
Because it's
minimal.
charcoal.
It's literally minimal charcoal in it.
Activated charcoal, it's good for you.
I wouldn't say good. Trust me. I looked into the health values before posting this recipe. Like I was like, yeah, I don't want to make a recipe that's gonna like poison our patrons, because there goes the money. If they're dead, if I kill off our patrons,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like those Kool-Aid Man cults. You wanna make sure we get them right to the end,
Yeah.
and
On the
then we
brink.
poison the Kool-Aid. Not
the
our
brink,
Kool-Aid.
yeah.
We gotta get the next,
Well,
the next batch in.
You dropped in those sparkly flakes, so that was
Luster
interesting.
dust. Yeah.
The luster dust.
Does not. I was hoping it would have a fun digestive track, but not so fun.
Does it stick on your teeth?
No, the luster dust. Yeah, it just goes away. It's just gone. I'm not
okay.
going to say all of the ingredients of this thing. Subscribe to the Patreon. It's
out.
fun there. You get to watch Kale eat some horrible flavors of foods and snacks. So that's Kale's thing.
I'm convinced that you need to become a mukbang YouTuber now.
Mukbang is disgusting, Marco.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Trap Sword, hey,
what
Trap.
Trap Sword. I don't know what that means, but if you guys have more food you would like me to try and that I can get, let me know. I'll try
What do you
it.
think mukbang means?
I don't know, but it sounds foul.
Yeah. Marco, do you know the country of origin for that? It is
Korea,
essentially
right?
a video of you
Korean.
eating. It's Korean, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just uploaded our new episode of Palin' Around, which we talk about movies that aren't comic book movies. At least mostly, yeah. And I think my hot take on movie theaters is in that episode. I didn't rewatch it, but from what I remember,
it would be.
yeah, that had to be that one. So yeah, listen, watch wherever you like on the Patreon. We got 4 books this week, so we're going to be reading un, deux, trois.
Cat.
What's cats?
Yeah.
Sure,
Une,
I
deux,
trust you on
trois,
that one. I
quatre.
only know my 3 numbers in French.
Une, deux,
So
trois,
Batman,
quatre, cinq.
Batman 125 by Chip Zdarsky, Jorge Jimenez, and Tomo Murray, I believe. Dark Crisis number 2, Starhenge book 1, easy creative team on this one, Liam Sharp, and The Closet number 2. So we'll be tackling this, but first off, we're gonna tackle some Batman. Which, is this the first Batman issue that we've done on Pals Pulls?
Surely not.
In this iteration of the Pals Pulls, I bet.
With
Maybe.
streaming, maybe since Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
for
we
sure.
did, whatchamacallit before?
Did we do Batcat?
Tinian's Run.
We did Batcat. Yeah, definitely.
Does that count?
No, I'm
No.
talking mainline Batman book.
Then no.
Yeah, well, you could thank Chip Zdarsky for that. So yeah, this is Chip going to Batman proper after doing what? Batman the Night, I believe, was a miniseries he was doing. There's about 20 Batman books on the stands right now. It's a little hard to keep track. But he's also joined by, I guess, previous Batman artist, Jorge Jimenez. Yeah, I have been reading Batman. What's up?
Jimenez.
Jimenez? not
Yeah,
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Is the Irish side coming out of me and
I think
ruining
so,
that
a little
one?
bit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if there's not a
that
rolled
would call
R in
me a
there
little
that I
bit.
can, yeah, if there's a rolling R, I can hide the fact that I was not raised Spanish speaking. But
Sorry, that was my anal retentiveness.
excuse me, you should get that checked out. Um,
No way. That's one
sounds
of
a bit
your,
gay,
one of
Marco.
your superhero powers. Retain that anus.
Anal retentiveness. I could make jokes. All right, so
Huh? It's the big gay comic pals this week.
yeah, here we go.
The
What did you guys? Because I've been. So I've been reading Batman. I think consistently since Batman #1 New 52. I've read every issue of Batman since. So I've seen a lot. I've been with Bruce a lot of the way through some real filler arcs. But this this felt good. This felt good because for me, Bruce feels flawed again, and not like he's in some situation that makes him flawed. Like, oh, he doesn't have money. Like, he feels emotionally flawed again, which is something Chip does very well. He's good at making people feel like they have issues. And I think that's because Chip is naturally a funny dude, and the real pain comes from humor, or vice versa. So I think he knows how to handle that really well. I mean, I know we did a book club on it back before I was on the show proper of Howard the Duck with Chip Zdarsky. That same kind of arc and what he writes is there, and I really liked the way he wrote Bruce Wayne in this. What did you guys think about this?
This felt a little run of the mill. It was structurally, I think, sound, and I think he carried me through the narrative. But I wasn't drawn to anything. There wasn't anything that necessarily. I love when you pick him up, his little paws. But this didn't light a fire in me. This felt like I was just kind of like reading through, and by the end, I wasn't necessarily hungry for more. And I think if you're trying to get me onto a Batman book, that should be an easy sell, right? It's Batman. I should immediately be hooked by that. But beyond that, the cliffhanger of the failsafe coming online, I get that it ties in, but it reminded me that, oh, that's right. Wait, Batman's dead. So hold on a second. Why should I care necessarily?
Batman's not dead.
Is this not like the part of canon with everything else that's going on?
Batman's alive in canon currently.
So is
just
the
broke.
Dark Crisis? Is the Dark Crisis not?
Oh, see, I don't.
affecting
Oh, I
him?
see what you mean with the Dark Crisis stuff. I don't
Right,
think
right.
so. I don't think so because the whole story here is that Batman's now running from the law because he's considered a murderer.
Well, that was like a previous time, and then it goes to now, and then it ends up with that, and so I thought that ties into Dark Crisis.
I wasn't reading it that way. That's not how I came about it.
I think that the then and now is specifically only for the failsafe business. Because the Tim Drake stuff is current. He says he's figured out who he wants to be, and in relation to his sexuality and how he wants to, what that means for him to be happy. So I think all this is current, and only the beeps with Alfred at the very beginning is what's a flashback.
Oh, interesting. Okay, then I read that differently. Because even in the last page there, you see everything has like cobwebs over it, and things haven't been around for a while. I guess. All right, maybe that's. All right.
It's a good point though, because as I'm looking back on it, I think it is a little unclear. For me, if there isn't a Dark Crisis ad or logo on the cover, it doesn't tie in. That's just how I view things. Like, if it's going to tie into a major event, it'll let us know. I kind of viewed this as its own standalone thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so CW Gordon asked
Good
if
point, yeah.
he said Batman isn't in the Bat Cave at the moment, right? He's in the city proper. I also sort of had questions about where Batman is at the moment. So he's lost his fortune.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he doesn't have the Batcave. The Batcave, I believe, Wayne Manor was blown up and investigated for something. So like, that's just underground at this point, destroyed. So he just has a whole bunch of like drop houses across Gotham, and he has this major one that he uses as like his Batcave. It has a name to it, like the Roost or something stupid
The
like
bunker.
that. You know? Yeah.
Oh, isn't that where what's her face is?
Is that Oracle's thing actually? That might be
Yeah,
Oracle's
isn't
thing.
it?
Garage.
Yeah.
Is it the bunker?
It's
It used to be
it's
the clock
something.
tower.
It's something. Yeah. What'd you guys think of Jimenez? Jimenez, sorry, Jimenez.
Solid. It's good art.
Yeah, you know what? I liked it. I was gonna be negative, but you know what? How could I? It's fucking tremendous.
You really stood there thinking about it too.
Well,
how
like-
can I say something bad about it?
There were a
George
couple of
Jimenez.
things. There were a couple of things I had problems with, especially in like I came to this book for Tim Drake, so that's what I was paying attention to.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, right.
No spoilers on that. I think
So
that's
guess I can quit reading this for the rest of the arc.
Look, just quit the show.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, you know, maybe they were like, this book's too pro gay. I think we needed to do something to Tim real quick.
You know, bury your gaze. But no, that's fucking solid, dude. Jorge Jimenez is a
yeah.
superstar.
So my issue with Jorge Jimenez isn't the fact that his art is something I don't like. I love Jorge Jimenez, but like, how are you gonna say a new era begins with the old artist? Like,
Yeah, right.
it doesn't like. I agree where like it didn't feel like a new era. It felt like just the next team, and that's not really a slight on it. I just think that's a weird way of marketing it, and maybe it's the easy way of marketing it. New era, throw that on the cover. People might be interested. They know it's a new jumping on point. But like visually, it's kind of the same feeling, you know.
Well, and then especially with you make that point, and it also doesn't make sense because it's a Batman and Tim Drake book, which is an old Batman team.
Sure, but I guess in recent memory, that is a very new team.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would say out of all of the Robins, Tim has been the least used since the
Yeah, no,
52.
you're absolutely right. Which is why I'm here. Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see where this goes, but I don't know. It didn't do much for me.
Which is strange because we have the death of a major Batman rogues gallery villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. I thought that was actually good tension. Like it was a good
Same.
way
Yeah.
to like put Batman in the wrong spotlight or in the spotlight in the wrong way. That was pretty well done. Because I also didn't imagine him being sick and this just being like the last play. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And the way he was alluding to the money, I'm like, oh, did he figure out his identity? But it's just he understands that conceptually, like logistically,
Context
you
clues,
need to have, right.
Yeah.
You need to have something, whether or not you're X person, that doesn't necessarily matter. But you need to have the means in order to do this. And so I'm gonna just go down the list of everybody, and at some point I'm gonna hit you.
That the scene change after Bruce takes Tim, runs him into the emergency room, and then we're in a hospital room after nurses leave, and we're supposed to think that it's Tim in the bed, but you turn the page and it's the Penguin.
That was
I didn't
good.
read this physically, but that page turn was killer.
Yeah.
I went, okay.
I thought the pacing on that was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, especially since they were building up the Tim. Oh, Tim is about to die, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there's a little swerve there. I love a good Clayface swerve too. We get a bit of that in this.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I
What's the deal
love
with Clayface? In Rebirth, he's a good guy, right?
He's been back and forth. He's been kind of teetering. he was a good guy. He was part of like the Batwoman's Detective Comics team. Eddie
Yeah.
Barrows fucking killed it on art in that book.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think things happen again where they considered him a monster. They couldn't cure him. It was it's a thing. He teeters. So
Well used though, still that's a pretty classic way to use Clayface, I think, and it was effective here, especially considering where we actually see Penguin at.
also, if you guys hear dingling in the background, that's just my cat deciding
Oh,
now is the time he's going to play with this toy with the bell on it.
Yeah.
Out of maybe the
the
past 12 hours weren't there. I don't think it's going to pick it up, but if it does,
Yeah, the audience can see it. We can't.
yeah,
They-
you guys
they
can see it.
can't.
No, but you can, yeah. So
It's what he's staring at.
yeah. So what do you think? Pull or pass on Batman 125? Oh wait, actually, before we do that, did you guys read the backup, the Catwoman backup?
Yeah. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, I thought the Bell and Ortega art was very good. It was somewhat
Yeah.
like it was in the same vein as Jimenez, but it was a little more cartoony.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not currently reading the teeny Catwoman book, even though I feel like I have FOMO on not reading that.
Sean says it's very good.
Yeah, I know. I just have so many damn books that I'm reading right now. I might. I guess I'll do it. I'll do
You
it.
gotta
I'll
do
do
it.
it. I'll do it.
Do the DC? Let me know. I'll give you my login. You get the catch
true.
up. You don't gotta pay for that. 'Cause Kale doesn't use it.
I've got so many books to read.
I got unlimited, Marco. I'll trade you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have said I've got unlimited.
Oh, well, so Kale.
Just mooching.
I figure Marco's got all the fucking
See,
money in the
think-
world.
you
He's
think
got
I'm not
a
gonna
Marvel Unlimited.
I don't want to save a few bucks. Come on, bro.
C.W. Gordon says, "Did you just comics tag yourself?" Yeah. Yeah, my cat is just going in on this bell right now. I think he
It's
knows what
adorable.
he's
Fighting
doing.
it.
Yeah, like it's a feather attached to a string that if I press
Hey,
a button,
show the
it
stream.
it won't see it. My camera's like
Oh, no,
hard
no.
set. Yeah, it's hard cam. Gotta always find hard cam.
So back to the Catwoman.
Yeah, not my
I-
Catwoman. Yeah,
It felt fun. Like it felt like a sort of Catwoman adventure, right? But then you get this Chip Zdarsky robot guy who's a
Yeah.
villain lawyer, basically.
I kind of felt
I
bad
went-
for him.
This is wild, but I'm into it.
Goofy. It's really goofy.
And the Underbroker, it was like a newer character that kind of was introduced within the last 2 or 3 years or so. I think during
Oh, yeah.
Tynion's run. And it's just this like his literal shtick is he's the banker for all the villains.
Yeah,
He's not. He's like a like neutral evil type, or he's probably just neutral. And he shows up in this too. C.W. Gordon says, "I hated the robot at first, then like 2 lines later, I was all in." Yeah, it's kind of how I felt.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is weird.
He looks
like
like he looks like Bob from Overwatch. If you guys are familiar with that.
Nope.
There's okay. Well,
Wrong crowd.
They I love occupations like that. A banker for bad guys or a lawyer for bad guys. It reminds me of the calculator. Who's like the evil oracle.
yeah.
Love that.
But yeah, I was actually really, really big fan of the art. I'm not familiar with Bell and Ortega. I guess she worked on, or he or she, I'm not sure on this. They worked on the Joker that my friends are reading.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dean
Is that
Shartley?
the main artist? Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bell and Ortega's good. Can confirm. Oh, my friend can confirm.
All right, there we go.
I'm going to say
I-
pull this one. Yeah.
Yeah, pull. I think this, it's the beginning of a Chip arc. It'll go somewhere.
You know what? I think optimistically, I'll say give it a yank because if anything, this can bring me in on the second issue or on the follow-up issue.
You're saying Chip has leverage, like where you can like let it slide if it didn't fully hook you.
Yeah. I think I trust Chip. If anything else, and the art was solid, so I'm visually I'll follow it, but I think Chip has the cachet for me, and I just need to see it now in the second issue.
Sure. All right. I'm going to bring us. Okay, let's need to step away for a second. Dark Crisis, number 2 of 7. This is by Joshua Williamson and Sam Pierre. I want to say it's yes, Daniel Sampier. Sampier.
Yeah.
This is the second issue of this new crisis that we're having in the DC universe, and I don't know, Marco.
Dude, this is.
I'm trying.
These are the things that like feel very. All right, first of all, right, obviously my bias is when you get a whole bunch of villains and good guys and they fight. It just for me, there's just I'm not enamored by that. There's not a nostalgia for it, or so I don't necessarily care when I see those things. Yeah, see, the big Gordon is absolutely right. The road to Dark Crisis is fucking killing
Yeah,
me 'cause
nothing happens.
we don't get any kind of movement. We got a fight and no consequences. Sure, the Titan Tower falls, but like it fell, it got bombarded last issue. So like, what do you expect?
Well, so I was enthralled.
Yeah,
I'm a
Really?
Teen Titans guy.
True,
Love-
okay, yeah.
Nightwing is my favorite character of all
This is
time.
this is your jam.
This is my jam. This is where my whole thought, this whole issue was like, this is what Dark Crisis number 1 should have been.
That I agree with. I can agree with you there, as I point out later.
And then we get to the end of the issue, and I went, okay, I'm bored. Why are we doing this?
So the thing is, like, at its surface level, it's super solid writing.
Yeah.
The art's very good. The art feels like event art. Like Daniel Samper is terrific. This is like in the vein of like Ivan Rice for me, or even like Phil Jimenez from Infinite Crisis. Am I right on that one?
Yep.
Yeah. It feels like that classic DC event. But at the same time, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it just screams, oh, this is the editorial book to A, get all of our younger heroes in a bigger spotlight, and then B, bring back all the stuff that we've been ignoring for years that people have been asking for. This is like, it feels like fan service, the book, where that's kind of diluting the actual story and the plot of it. It's weird. It's weird. I can't even say it's bad. I can't say it's bad. I just don't know what it is my issue.
yeah. I think it doesn't have like a clear end goal, and because of that, we're just going through beats, and they're fun beats is the thing.
Sure,
they,
yeah.
they're done well. The fights are cool. The moments are here, but I don't know what the moments add to momentum, because I don't know where we're gonna end up with that momentum.
Is it, yeah, are we just leading to all of our young heroes joining together with the Green Lantern Corps and the JSA to fight, what's his face?
Pariah?
Pariah?
Like, yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems a little one note.
It's tough because it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
And I have to imagine this is what the original Crisis felt like, but it's just like there's no indication of what's going on.
But in the original Crisis, was there not like the reveal in the issues, right? Because I feel like when we started Road to Dark Crisis, right, like you can introduce the villains there, you can introduce like the issue, kill off the Justice League, and then bring this in. That feels like 5 issues right there, but they've stretched that out over 4 different titles. They've stretched it out over the road leading into the death, leading into this, and at the very least, the original Crisis was condensed. It's thick. It's a lot, but I feel like that was a little more condensed and straightforward.
It wasn't.
No,
It's not. It's It
Very
is-
drawn out.
Yeah, it is very drawn out. Like if you were to tell the story of Crisis in Infinite Earths now, in like the I guess we have like what decompressed storytelling now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can like decompress that any further. Like it's literally like
Yep.
a build up to one fight, really.
Yep.
It is, and it's wordy as shit. It's
Yep.
still really good. I mean, if the patrons ever vote for Kale's pick, maybe we'll talk about it.
Maybe next month.
But like my thing is like, I don't feel any stakes here. Like literally, the cliffhanger last issue was, oh, Beast Boy gets shot in the face, and they say, oh, Beast Boy got shot in the face, but he'll be all right.
Don't worry,
What?
he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
The hell?
come again? Did he
Yeah.
just transform his brain into a tiny squid brain instead? Do squids have brains? I don't even know that.
They have massive brains. I think their whole thing is brains.
That's what Big Hood is.
Yeah, it doesn't like. Pariah is working for the darkness, right? Like, but
Yeah. Early
what does that
2000s hair
mean?
metal band, The Darkness.
Love them.
Yeah.
They were on a Christmas Great British Bake Off, and they
Oh, really?
looked coked out.
It was just flour. It was just flour.
Yeah. But like, so, you know, there are a lot of references to the darkness throughout DC history. You know, at one point, Darkseid was the Great Darkness, you know, in the Legion of Superheroes future. I think, what's this guy's name? He was a wizard that fought the Legion of Superheroes as well.
Oh, Legion's my blank spot. I couldn't tell you. But the Darkness War was like is it the Darkness War or the Darkness Saga? The Great Darkness
that's
something?
that's Darkseid. Mordru is this guy's name. It's hard to say because it very well could be a Monitor as well.
Sure.
But like, we've been there, we've done that.
And it's weird saying this book has zero stakes when all of the main heroes are dead. Like, that just... I still
Well,
don't
yeah.
feel anything, you know?
That's super important. Is that the stakes aren't there because we already know.
I guess
not
so,
in this
maybe.
book.
Yeah.
Like we already know that the big hitters are gone. So what do these guys matter? Like, yes, they might lead up to form their own team, but the way that the book built it out is they're not going to measure up to that necessarily. They already feel like, you know, pushovers here because the whole tower gets attacked and they get whooped. And not even that, they have them in a position where they could genuinely kill these characters, but they get told by Pariah, pull back. And if it wasn't for... Yeah.
Yeah, to add to that, like last week or whatever, last month, when that Beast Boy reveal happened, I was like, okay, this is stakes. This feels like anything could happen to anybody.
Right.
And then they bring it up here, and it's like, oh, no, he's fine.
How do you get shot in the face and you're fine? That's my sticking point. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Does he have
he
impenetrable
probably
skin?
isn't fine,
yeah, no.
but like all that's gone.
Yeah. No weight to it.
I don't know.
The worst part, though, at the same time, it's like, but this book looks pretty fucking good. Like, I still
Yeah.
want to see more.
The thing is, up to the Green Lantern bit, I was here for it.
Oh, dude, seeing Kyle Rayner still in prison dealing with like riots like from Omega Men, I was like, yo, I'm marking out right now.
Is that what that was?
I think that's still a continuation from Omega Men, which
Wow.
I thought was like, wow, dude, you guys didn't help him out in like 5 years? Like, yo, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah, y'all are bad.
But
Wait, Omega Men? Like
Yeah.
the Tom
Yeah.
King book?
yeah,
yeah, remember when Kyle Rayner was
Yeah,
The-
he was a prisoner of...
he
like,
was still a
the
freaking
political
prisoner apparently.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's what that was?
Yeah, they just left him there. They're like, oh, he's probably just doing art somewhere. That's what I think.
Wow.
I don't know the history of what's happened in between. Maybe that's a choice he made. Who knows? Dude, I marked out for Green Lantern Corps. I'm a huge Green Lantern Corps fan. Yeah, C.W. Gordon.
yeah.
That's the last time I can remember him being used, honestly.
Wow, that's
Because since then we'd had plenty of John Stewart and Joe Mullen and Hal more recently with Morrison stuff.
yeah.
I can't remember Kyle being used. We haven't had a core in a while, so
Yeah.
nice to see him again. He's one of my favorite lanterns. So He's up there with Kilowog and Stell. That's one of my favorites.
The eyeball.
It's just a guy made of steel, but they just removed one E from his name and named him Stell. Love it. That's the stuff I love.
I like Mogo.
Mogo's good. Chip. Isn't Chip one of them too?
He's a squirrel.
CH''P. Yeah, the squirrel one.
Yeah. Pull.
Yeah, same.
It's an event. It's an event.
Nah,
You know
dude,
what?
Fuck that shit.
Listen, that moment, the tower invasion, I was in, man. Like, and then, at that crucial moment, Superman comes in and blocks the bullet from Nightwing.
That's cool.
I tell you what, Deathstroke pulled that trigger, and I said, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
So you were fully in on this book. This book sucked you in. It brought you back in time.
I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I love a Slade Nightwing
the
fight.
history between those two, yeah.
Yeah. Titans is where it's at for me, and he had me. And like I said, Superman came in and I said, we did it, boys.
I will say, Samper, when he draws Superman coming in to take it, I felt like I saw that in like animation almost, the way it was like drawn so kinetically.
Yeah.
It was very good. And like I heard it.
Then,
like it popped out of the page for me.
And then that's the Cyborg Superman reveal. I went, okay, Williamson knows his toys.
Yeah.
But what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think that's the main enjoyment I'm getting out of it. I know I've talked about how confused I am about this book's existence and what it's doing, but it does feel like somebody playing with toys, and I can't hate that.
And knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you guys have a favorite villain that was showing up in the background there?
Ooh, the teleporter guy.
Oh, is it
What's
like
his name?
Grid or something like that?
He's an old I think
Warp.
Was it Warp? Yeah, it might be. He worked for not Gorilla Grodd, but Mala.
Oh, okay.
And the Brain.
I liked Multiplex in the background. Love a good Multiplex appearance. He's just evil multiple man, apparently.
Fuck yeah.
Man, this is where I feel like I don't know.
This is not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea, dude.
Cereal. So you're passing. Cal and I are pulling. Is that the consensus we're going on?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, if 2 out of 3 are pulling, you know what that means.
66% pass.
I guess my button didn't work.
This is a certified hood classic.
There we go. All right. Let's talk Starhenge, number 1. Book 1 by Liam Sharp.
Oh boy. All right.
All right. By that reaction, I feel better.
Okay. Okay. I think we might be on agreement on this one.
All right.
I appreciate this book because
we can start there. We can start there.
I appreciate this book because it feels like somebody's baby. They're like brainchild. Like this is something that's been gestating in Liam Sharp's brain or stomach or loins.
Knees?
Possibly. And he's been wanting to put it out for so long. And I appreciate that. And it is good. Bowels, maybe.
Probably.
And it feels like this is something he's been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah.
And there's a certain thing with Liam Sharp's art that it is wondrous to look at. Even though I feel like I did it a little too photo referencey at certain points for me here.
Yeah.
But the space shit is fun space shit. That's for sure. That's why I liked him on Green Lantern. But I did not know what the fuck was happening in this book.
Yeah.
There's too many spinning plates, and all of them fell down and cracked, in my opinion. Like maybe the art one fell down and it's still whole, but like
the art one, I like looking back through. I feel like you could take any one of these panels, any one of these pages, and you could put that shit on your wall. Like phenomenal. It looked like heavy metal shit.
Yeah.
Very British new wave kind of art, and I appreciated it. But I think what took me out of the book, I was confused from like the prologue. I'm like,
I
all
was
right,
confused from like page 1. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, all right, he's throwing some literature in here. He's trying to do stuff, but again, it's literature within the universe that he's building here, which fine. 2 silent pages, 3 silent pages, and then just these people that pop up, and then all of a sudden we're flung into the future, and the narration style changes, and we get introduced to our POV character. And
Is it though? Like,
Yeah.
fair, but it
Yeah.
just like that spun out for me. That felt so dissonant, like from that page to the next, that it immediately detracted me from the book.
Yeah, I think our POV character is the girl.
That's what I mean.
yeah, it is. But
Yeah, okay.
somehow she's in the future too, or knows
Yeah,
of the future,
right.
like which isn't explained to us from what I could gather.
I'm thinking she's like telling a story, and this is the realized imagined story.
That's generous. I honestly challenge anyone to succinctly tell me what the story is, because I don't think the story knows what it is. It deals with space, magic, the past, the future, the present,
Our
Arthurian.
future.
Yeah, Arthurian tales
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah.
It
think-
is
Yeah,
confusing.
I don't think we're supposed to know yet. And I don't know that I don't
hate
know
that
that
cute thing. Like,
yeah, I know. I don't want to say, that the story itself doesn't know. This is only the first
yeah, sure,
issue,
I would hope so. yeah.
I don't think that's fair. But boy, I don't know.
Well, there's just there's like 3 stories going on at the same time, right? Where she's narrating the future, then it's her relationship with this football player, then it's the actual story of the Earth Queen. I'm forgetting this guy's
I
name.
see the
don't even
smoke
remember.
coming out of your ears, Marco.
Yeah, dude. Like, and they're all just told so. The narration style for each is so distinct, and the way that he's playing off of the beats, you're just going from like one mindset to another mindset, and every time we had to switch timelines or switch universes or whatever it was, I had to recenter myself, because otherwise I felt like I was gonna get brought back outside the book. And I found myself doing that, getting like that happening quite a few times, with exception to the actual future line story, because that was interesting. That part was
You
was
tracked
got
on
me.
that?
Yeah, we're like,
Okay, I had
well,
trouble with that. Yeah.
I didn't track on like some of the words he makes up, like the categories and whatnot. But the general consensus of them needing to go back in time to unleash magic in order to help their future, fine, I'll give him that.
Okay.
That got me enough.
Okay.
Anytime a narrator in a book says this, and this, etc., so deal with it, I'm out.
That was annoying.
I hate this character. I'm fucking
Yeah.
done. I can't stand that.
The narration was really taking me out because of the constant asides, where it's like,
Yeah.
In parentheses, well,
Hang on, we'll get there.
It was every other narration box. It was
Yeah.
way too much. And it was honestly annoying me. I was like,
Yeah.
am I supposed to find this person cute and likable? Because it ain't working.
Ugh. And the voice, it felt like the voice for the narration didn't feel necessarily like the voice for the girl. So maybe she's not the POV.
Hell if I know.
Like the way that she talks to Sam, like
Yeah.
the football player guy, is different from the way that the narration style is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I think if it wasn't for the fact that they actually like make reference to the narration with her there, I'd probably feel the same. But
Do they? Okay.
I'm gonna try to find the page for it. But like,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, they end up talking about the Mountain Diablo, and then at the bottom of that page, was that page like 14, and then from there it goes back into a text box, and then we get a transition back to the future. If it wasn't for that, I would have been like, oh, there's like 3 different things going on.
Yeah, well, and she also like, we have the panel uh in the, the page in the football game where
Right.
in the corner it shows her and she's like, "Whoa, what can I say? We just immediately had this crazy connection." And it's like that's clearly her.
Right. Right.
I was confused.
It feels it feels very European inspired. I'm not sure where Liam
1000%.
Sharp is from, but it feels inspired by like Mobius and Jodorowsky and
Yeah.
That,
He's
maybe
British.
this would be better as a graphic novel.
that was my first thought. I was
It
like, if I
doesn't-
could
yeah.
keep reading this, I bet it would be good.
Like, it
No.
felt like chapters. Like, this did feel like a chapter 1. But it doesn't... It feels like I should be reading the next issue right away if I wanted to. Like,
Okay.
I feel like it is not made to be drip-fed to me like this. It's not paced that way. I would like to see what this is like when it's collected. If I can hear that, like, the buzz on it was real good, then I might check it out again. But, oof.
Yeah. Yeah, like we've talked about it. The art is absolutely incredible. Liam
Yeah.
Sharp is, on another level. Absolutely.
I got to pass on this one, guys. I'm sorry. This is a
Yeah.
pass for me.
I think
Yeah.
I'll trade weight this one.
Yeah. I'll trade weight it because I'm interested to hear more about it. But if I have to experience this week, month to month,
Yeah.
and this same experience of I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I need hand holding, which when that happens, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I read enough comics, right, where I typically don't need it.
I would
but
think so.
this one felt like you need to walk me through this, Liam. 'cause
I felt
I'm
stupid. Did you feel stupid?
confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt stupid reading this. I'm like, I know I have literacy, comic book literacy. Why don't I know what's going on? I feel dumb. Which, not to toot my own horn, but that can't be all on me,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like at some point, it comes down to the way that the creator communicates it, and I
Yeah,
think this
yep.
was done. This wasn't done in as clear a way that could have been. Stunning, but
Sure,
I
yep.
think there's a way to make it more consumable.
Honestly, give me this without the text, and I might like it more. Like, if I can gather what's going on just by art alone, maybe I'd like it more. But
Yeah.
I just had that thought and I was just flipping through and not reading the text, and I don't know.
like 75% through, like once we got done with like the second interaction between the two humans, I stopped
Yeah.
reading it. Like, I flipped through it, but
Yeah, it's
it was a bit
so
of a slog.
so abstract.
Yeah. The I will say he uses some interesting techniques. There's the page where it's just there's no text boxes, but they're talking. Where it's a what is this? A 12-panel grid of a close up of a face, black with text, and then that continues. Interesting concept. I think it sometimes falls a little bit apart when you don't sometimes know who's talking. I think there could be there's a lot of potential there. It could be used as a really good tool, but I think here it was just a little unclear.
Yeah.
I'm kind of frustrated in on the fact that I didn't like this as much as I thought I was going to, because I was hyped for this book, and kind of let down.
All right. So is that
Do you-
all passes from us?
Trade weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this
Watch
is
me-
not
watch
a
me
not
still buy-
certified hood classic.
Not a certified hood classic. Watch me still buy the second issue though.
I could see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
But finally, we also read The Closet #2 of 3. I'm reading this as a 3-issue mini. This is by writer James Tinian, and artist Gavin Fullerton, colorist Chris O'Halloran, and letterer Tom Napolitano. This was my book of the week out of the 4.
Yep.
Ooh.
We get it. You're a sucker for a crisis. It's
I
fine.
think it might. Yeah, I gotta say the thing. I really enjoyed this, but I think it would have to be Crisis. Crisis had me, man.
That's fine. I get it.
Good week for you, Kale.
I'm feeling it. Wait till. I mean, they've already spoiled it. But wait till JSA next month for Crisis. Like,
Yeah, your boy's eating good.
But The Closet had maybe one of the best just back and forth dialogue between two characters that I've read in a comic in a long ass time.
Yeah.
I would say maybe like Nice House. I'm like, oh wait, that's fucking Tinian. Tinian's found his fucking groove. Like, this is it. It's getting to really human trauma, and Tinian knows how to write the shit that people don't want to talk about, and then he just throws it on the page, and it's fucking real, and it is superhuman. Like, not superhuman. There's no superhumans in this, but it is just a very human experience that we can see between our main character Tom and his friend as he drives his 3-year-old son cross country to their new home in Portland. And his friend just fucking calls him out on his bullshit, like lays it all on the line there, and like that's the majority of the issue, just two dudes talking over beers. And in the background we have this weird closet and this kid and some creepy little looks like the bog baby from Witcher is in here as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
It's honest. It's an honest conversation,
Yep.
and that part's scary because he's identifying something, and to your point, calling it out. But then they're having like a real discussion, like, "Hey, these are the things that I'm seeing. You're my friend. I really care for you. And as your friend, I'm gonna call you out on your shit. And hey, dude, what the fuck's going on? Like, what are you actually feeling? Are you hiding from these things? Are you addressing them in the way that you should be? Because I care about you, but I'm gonna tell you in a tough love situation."
This is Tom's monster in the closet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea of the idea of moving physically as a way of things getting better. Like, oh, I feel that.
Yeah, Tyler.
So yeah, I was like, oh, this dude be spitting is what I was getting out of it. Like it is nice seeing a comic book writer who is in therapy, because that's what this feels like. Like, Tinian feels like, oh, this is a person who's been in therapy for a while and they know how to be honest at this point, and can then do the same for their characters. So yeah,
Communication.
I couldn't recommend this, and it's spooky at the same time. There's this eeriness behind it all, and we don't really know what the fuck's going on, and it's kind of this weird undertone that's supernatural or alien. We don't know what's going on, and it kind of lines the pockets of all the human shit that's going on.
Exactly.
And it's done really well. Yeah, we got some good fucking like just bite-sized horror in comics right now that I don't think people are really recognizing.
Excellent. It's been
It's like
happening
all
for
over.
years.
Image. That seems to be like Image's bread and butter. Like if we're talking like current day Image, like for me, it's like, oh, their fucking horror shit is very good.
It started like with Nailbiter, I want to say.
Yeah, I would say that. I think like Ice Cream Man
too far back.
and I think Ice Cream Man might have been what started it, in my opinion.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's Ice Cream Man. Because Nailbiter might have been more ahead of its time.
Sure.
Okay,
And
sure.
I feel like
But
it's
I
more
think-
thriller than horror, too.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this age of horror has sort of taken over the old sci-fi stuff that Image used to do really well.
Yeah. What was Image was like a here's this pitch, but what if it were sci-fi? Like that was Image for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
The
And then for a bit it was like, what if it was fantasy? Like it's like, oh,
And
That's
that
when I
didn't
dropped
last
quite
anywhere
a-
near as long.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that's when I dropped off for quite a bit. To your point, Kale, on like the escapism of it, and like feeling trapped. This guy is trapped in this conversation where the child is trapped in like this neglect of, hey, I'm afraid and I want my dad next to me. I want somebody to care for me, and this guy is trapped in well, hey, I want someone to care for me, but I can't do it for myself, and the person I'm with is also not like actually caring in the way that I need to, and the line that hit me was when Mac, the friend, he's just like, you're acting like I'm joking. I'm not joking, and it just brings him back down. He's just like, oh,
Yep.
I've had those
okay.
discussions before. Yeah,
Yep.
that shit. Yeah.
You know who his voice I read his voice in is the big guy from Letterkenny.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Derry? Oh no, not
Yeah.
Derry. Oh my
Squirrely
God.
Dan.
Squirrely Dan.
Yeah.
And like, but like that feeling of being trapped is persistent throughout this. It persisted even in the setting they're in. They're in this house that's in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
You don't really know where they can go. The previous issue was a
Yeah.
house that was moving. If you're moving and you don't have all your shit available anymore, you do feel trapped. There's a trapped feeling you get in that situation. And then I assume next issue will be at the new house, which is a whole different kind of trapped. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the cover for the next issue is Tom and in like a shadow, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the lower half of his mouth
I
is
don't
the
like that.
creepy alien smile or whatever.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It's giving me real Slappy from Goosebumps vibes, and I'm not about it.
Yeah,
That shit was scary.
Right? Yeah, it was.
yeah.
I
And,
really like this.
Fullerton's art in these horror
Yeah.
moments is just like when the monster descends, like it feels like that like a 2000 Space Odyssey.
Oh sure.
The
Okay.
it feels like you're just
Walking through the portal.
like everything else is absolutely still and it's just going at a certain rate that, oh man.
And I'm not too familiar with Gavin Fullerton. I'm looking him up right now. He did variant covers for a Samurai Jack book.
Oh,
Back
he
in,
did Bot
2019.
Bodies.
Alright.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, with Declan Shalvey. That was a good book. That was cool. Okay. Irish.
That would make me want to
Interesting, okay.
read Bog Bodies.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm liking this. And a 3-issue mini is like something I can't remember the last time I got a 3-issue mini.
That's wild that that's that short.
I mean, was this one of the books that was in his Tinian's horror anthology newsletter thing? No,
No, this is a
kind of
whole different
separate
thing.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm in for the long haul on. Honestly, like if there's a new Tinian book out, gimme.
Yeah.
Well, especially if it's a horror. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
can't
100% in.
Can't miss. Yeah, pick my week.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this controversial topic. Comics tag. Sean's not here again.
Oh God.
Yeah, guess what? We fucking can't.
Yeah, we can't. Thanks, Sean. So does he get another punishment? Do you have to? What was
Oh,
it?
he should.
Because he
fucking
knew this
should.
was coming.
Tax
He
him
knew that
times
was coming.
2. Got a tax?
No, I think the deal is you can only be punished if you're on the show and you straight don't do it.
Sure. Yeah. So a no-show was fine, I guess. Apparently.
Yeah. I guess.
So what if he's seeing a movie for more content of the show? Racist Tintin it is, CW Gordon says.
Okay.
Don't you mean just Tintin?
Tintin. Well, to be fair,
That movie was very good.
was it? I didn't see it.
I liked the movie. Yeah, it was. I very much enjoyed it.
It's Spielberg. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The CG was like Spielberg going past Polar Express, where like
Yeah,
it was an uncanny valley fully.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
Okay, Sean's got to read Tintin in the Congo.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! Wait, can I, Kale? Can I tag you with the alt one that I gave you?
What
The,
not Mambo number 5, the other one?
Yeah, not Mamo.
Scarin' Hood?
Scarin' Hood.
Uh,
Yeah, when it's your turn to tag Marco.
oh,
Oh.
yeah, bitch.
All right.
We gotta the comics tag is falling apart because of Sean. We gotta
Yeah, it
stick
is.
to the rules. We
Um,
can't just be making things on the fly.
But he's not here, and I want Kale to read a good book.
Should we just make
so you giving me
Sean learn
this
French now?
garbage?
The what?
We should make Sean learn French. Make him watch some Muzzy.
Sorry?
The-
Muzzy? You don't remember Muzzy?
I don't know what the fuck that is, but
was
you
like
better quit saying it on the podcast.
Instructional language videos that were like in the 90s.
I don't know what that
Virtual. I have virtual music lessons here.
Muzzy? I'm not going crazy. Chat, if I'm going crazy on this one, please let me know.
It sounds derogatory.
Yeah, Muzzy in Gondoland. Muzzy's a thing. Yeah, see, Catherine's got me. All right, maybe. All right, we're good. I'm not going crazy. So
All right.
we'll the Asterix saga will continue next week. I'm not letting that
All right,
slide,
no.
even though he's not here.
No, don't let it slide. I want to hear what he thought because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
he didn't like it.
Oh, so you know he's read it so far?
No,
Okay,
I just
got it.
know Sean.
Sure,
You're just
fair.
banking on the fact that he did not like it.
Yeah. Marco, yeah, I'll read your book. So
Hell
I guess
yeah,
we'll do.
Double whammy.
Sean's still gotta do it, but
Sure.
I'll read Marco's other book as well.
Sure. Double tag. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And
That's fine.
it's anybody in chat. I thoroughly recommend it. Scarin' Hood.
Scared Hood.
Scarin' Hood. It is available on Comixology Unlimited.
Okay, all right, then I'm in.
Yeah.
100%.
But we did have Pals polls for next week. So next week, I'm pulling it. Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto, Daredevil #1. Let's go. Love my boy Matt, big Murdoch guy. And I will pick up any new Daredevil #1 that has him on a red suit. You know, there's rumors that I've seen online that MCU Daredevil is going to go back to the black and red suit, and I'm just like, no, don't do that, please. It's like PTSD for me. Anyway, I also am pulling. Oh, I have to get the title for this thing. This is a mouthful of a title. This is the Dark Crisis tie-in. Let me get the full title here. Dark Crisis: Worlds Without a Justice League Superman #1. It's Tom King and Chris Burnham.
That's right. Yep. Okay.
Oh, is this the one
Okay.
where he imagines John as Robin? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's all it is for me. Chris Burnham. Like if it was literally just Chris Burnham, I'm in. But yeah, Tom King's a pretty good addition, and Tom King, pretty good Superman. I don't know if you read Up in the Sky. That's
Haven't.
oof. That is a super optimistic Superman, which rare these days.
Was that
Rare for Tom King.
There was the
that
Walmart.
was the
book.
Walmart? Yeah, that's right.
It's collected and it is fantastic.
Is that separate
in
from
fact-
Blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is literally like a separate Walmart comic that was exclusive, and then they collected it. Nick Darrington and Brian Michael Bendis did a Batman book that was also very good. Yeah, those Walmart tie-ins were fucking phenomenal, strangely. Kale and Marco, you're picking Above Snakes #1, new image #1 by Sean Lewis and Hayden Sherman. The old ball and
Yeah,
chain's
so-
gone.
What?
No more McFarlane for Sean Lewis. He gets to.
Oh
just
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Graduated.
Listen, I'm excited about a Western.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
This has I don't know about the interior art necessarily. I'm not sure who did the main cover, but it has a style that's got that sort of Gabriel Ba, Fabio
That's
Moon
exactly what I was gonna say. Yep.
style that I love. So the art combined, and I just read the synopsis. It sounds like fun. Cowboys lost his way, and the only voice guiding him is a dead vulture or something.
Yep.
Shit, that sounds cool. I'm in.
Apparently, the artist who did the cover is the interior artist as well. So it's Hayden Sherman.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the guy who did Wasted Space. It's a Michael Morecci book.
Vault book.
Oh, yeah.
Vault Comics. It's very good, very good. I would recommend that for anybody.
Yeah, I
who-
heard good things about that. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Orchie is underrated.
Roche Limit, good
The-
shit.
Yeah, so
Oh,
good, dude.
that is, yeah. So the art reminds me of like Gabriel Ba and Fabio Moon mixed with like Erica Henderson, strangely.
Yeah.
It's like a weird, like two things I really like, but like a weird combination of the two. Yeah, I'll check this out. This could be a good thing for next week. I won't be here next week. Never mind. Have fun if you do this, guys. So, have fun. Whatever. You also picked Kale Rogues #3. This is a cover.
Ooh. Yeah. So I think we're at the point now where the rogues are sneaking into Gorilla City.
They're in Gorilla City currently.
They're in
yeah.
Gorilla City.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Heist comic starring the Flash's rogues, and they're all old. Trying to sneak into Gorilla City to pull off the heist of the century right
Oh,
under the
nice.
psychic gorilla's nose. Ugh, this book could not be more up my alley. Cannot wait for this to be collected.
Could not be more up your alley for up your bum.
That's right.
Come on. Let's not lead into the gay stuff, guys. Come on. It's the feedback we've been getting. So, oh boy. I will shout out Max on art for doing some really, really good character work. All of the faces look different.
Yeah.
There's no same face at all in this. It's really good.
And the other thing too is that the rogues and the style feel like if you took Scott Collins' art from back when he was on The Flash with Jeff Johns and aged the characters up and like aged the style a little bit, like it sort of looks like that, and it feels good to me. I love this book, man.
Good shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then those are our pulls. I could have asked Sean, but I didn't.
Yeah, he's not here.
on the
Fuck
show.
him.
He's not
Yeah.
here. He's not here. He doesn't get to reap the rewards for not being
You know, I've not been on an episode where Sean has not been, and Kale has said that, because every time I'm not on an episode, and sometimes I'll like still send in my pals pulls, and Tyler will add it to the list, and Kale says the exact same thing, and I laugh hysterically every time. He's not on the show. Fuck him. Kills me every time.
You know what I should have done? I should have made up polls for him. You know what? Actually, Sean does have polls this week. What is he pulling this week? Or for next week. Sean is going to be pulling. Let's see. Star Wars: The Mandalorian #1. Who he says that he's a
Wow.
big Mandalorian fan and he loves to see adaptations done in comic books. And speaking of, he's also going to be pulling Vampirella Strikes #3. He told me he hasn't read #1 or #2, but the cover's got bloody boobies, so he's into it.
You know, the thing Sean loves the most is starting in the middle of an arc.
His favorite thing ever.
Yep.
There's a
Just
book
short of
coming
bloody
out next
boobies,
week
obviously.
called Betty Page, The Alien Agenda.
Incredible.
Oh, new Boom book. Hold on.
Oh,
New Boom YA fantasy all-female team book?
Okay.
Called
Oh wait, is
Flavor
that
Girls?
something? No, that's Archaea, right?
It's Archaea, but is owned by Boom.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was
Yeah, I
looking
think it
at
was
that
a
for next
recent
week.
acquisition. Yeah. Yeah, Naoko, Camille, and V are the Flavor Girls, sacred fruit guardians of Earth. Like, that alone sounds fun.
Yeah.
It's got, like, Steven Universe vibes, except instead of gems, it's fruit.
That's fun.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Maybe I
it
will
is
pick
fun.
this up.
Oh, well, we
that's
can't
my
lean. We
list.
can't lean into being too fruity though. So let's
I think we should lean harder.
lean right into that fruit.
Speaking of fruit, Hellfire Gala is next week,
Nobody pulled it.
and nobody pulled it.
That would have been Sean's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Silva, it's a Magical Girl series. It's a Magical Girl team book series, and it looks like they have like an older lady as like their Shredder too. So not Shredder.
Oh fuck yeah! No,
Splinter.
Shredder.
Splinter. Yeah.
This
so
sounds fun.
It looks pretty good.
Pre-order.
Yeah.
Pre-ordered.
Oh, and it's a
Okay.
writer artist combo. All right.
Okay.
I think it's with. It says with Arrows de Santiago.
Arrows is colorist. So.
Oh, okay, cool. There you go.
All right, so those are the books. We'll
Yep.
hang a bit after
Hey.
stream.
Them's the books.
Dem. Nice beat, Bojo. Good one.
Oh yeah. Did I guess he actually said that?
He actually said, "Well, them's the breaks."
I can't believe it.
Wait, what is this?
That's fucking
Boris
bullshit.
Johnson's
So-
resignation speech.
He resigned.
well,
Marco,
it's
what are you doing?
complicated.
Well, yeah,
let's shut the show down and we can talk about
Kale,
that.
you want to send us off?
So make sure and get on the Patreon. We got the Thor Book Club. We'll have the Thor Love and Thunder review coming out on Monday after the main show. If you want to hear our full thoughts, listen to that. We will not talk about it on the main show. And don't worry, we won't spoil anything on the main show. I can spoil you right now, though, but I won't.
Got me.
there we go.
Got me. He
There
always
we go.
does it.
Find us on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, YouTube, at the Comics Pals. Anywhere you
TikTok,
want
if I can remember to do it.
and
But TikTok, yeah.
And TikTok, if we can remember to do it. We probably should have done it during this episode.
We can do it after this episode.
I could.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It sounds like we're going to do it. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see me eat wasabi ice cream.
And you could also check out the Yaoi and the Yuri content that I put up reviews for manga.
Yowie
Big Gay
content.
Comics Pals. The
I gotta say-
BGCP. Let's
I
go.
gotta say, when I did the long box and we did an episode called Yowie something,
Yeah.
our most
Yeah, that's right.
most listened to episode because
Yep.
we used the Yowie hashtag. Yo,
Yep.
you Yowie fans out there? Wow.
They thirsty.
They know what's up.
Thirsty
man.
for it.
Yeah. All right,
They know
guys.
to support the
So,
community.
TheComicsPals@gmail.com.
yeah, you can email us.
See
Don't
you
sign
next
us up for
week.
weird newsletters though. So,
Yeah, Pete.
all right.
All right.
Goodbye, guys.
We'll see you next week.